After 4 decades wandering the desert, the people of Israel stand on the edge of their inheritance. The land God promised centuries ago is finally within reach. But as the people look around, they see so much that has changed. An entire generation has died, missing out on their share of the inheritance because they failed to follow God into the unknown. No one alive even remembers Egypt. No one remembers what it was like to be a slave. They don't even remember Sinai. They weren't there when God made His covenant with their parents and grandparents. So much has changed. But the book of Deuteronomy shows what hasn't changed. As the Israelites gather on the edge of Canaan, God reissues His covenant, the sacred law binding Him and His people together. The previous generation received the law in bits and pieces along the way, starting with the 10 Commandments at Mount Sinai. This time, however, the law is delivered all at once, in the form of a farewell speech from Israel's leader. Moses is nearing the end of his own life, but before he dies, a new generation needs to hear God's law for themselves. Moses' farewell speech in Deuteronomy takes the form of an ancient treaty, the kind emperors once made with their subjects. Deuteronomy includes all the main elements of a treaty, defining the terms of the relationship between a ruler and the people. It begins by introducing Moses as the authorized representative of God, Israel's great king. Then Deuteronomy outlines everything God has accomplished for His people, like battles won and provisions made in the desert. For 40 years, the people of Israel have lacked for nothing. This is not just about what God did for their ancestors long ago. It's about what God has done for them, for this generation, how God has protected and provided for them at every step. Next, the treaty spells out the people's obligations. They are to give their exclusive allegiance to their great king. You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. The people are to commit themselves fully to their king and His mission in the world. They are to share this covenant, their true inheritance, with each new generation. So much has changed for the Israelites these last 40 years, but God hasn't. His plan for them hasn't. The story is moving forward.